on there, my wonderful synthesizer enthusiasts, Echo Casters. This is me, Echo Craft, as if you didn't know. Couple things. This is going to be a brief one. Have you ever bought a piece of equipment that you sit there and go, this is amazing, I can't wait to get it, and then it comes and you get it, and you open it up, and you set it up, and you say to yourself, what the fuck did I just do? Right now, that's where I'm at. Okay? I bought the Arturia AudioFuse Rig 16. Unbelievable piece of gear. Sounds amazing. And I bought it so that I could expand my inputs and outputs without having to use a bunch of little mixers and things like that. And also just to kind of cut down on wires and it's crazy stuff, you know, what we all go through in studios, right? So, you know, I get this thing and I'm told, you know, by a couple of videos I watch, a Sweetwater rep, which is, Greg is unbelievable. He's a great guy. I need to talk to him actually before I send this thing back, if I send it back. I don't know. But, you know, that I can hook up my existing interfaces through ADAT. Now, I've used ADAT before. I have a Behringer 8200 expander that uses ADAT. That's how you hook it up. ADAT, if you guys don't know what that is, it was developed by Alesis many years ago, and it's a way to hook things up through Toslink. Now, people use ADAT on everything. I have a soundbar that runs on ADAT. They don't call it that. They call it Toslink, which is basically light pipe. It's a fiber optic cable that goes in this little port that lights up red. Kind of looks like a laser, right? So, you know, and I've used it, and I had all the cables and everything, and you know, first I tried the Focusrite and plugged that in with the ADAT, not running it using the what do you call it? I can't even think, fellas. She, they, them, motherfucker, buffungool. How's that? I don't know. I can't. So anyway, you know, I didn't hook it up to the computer, basically, and I didn't run the software in the background. And that's what I was told not to do. So I was like, okay, I'll try that. So then I opened up the AudioFuse software, which is a little bit complicated to understand. And I open it up, and I said, I got nothing. I got no signal. I got nothing. So I'm like, okay. You know, and I set it all up. So then I say, you know what? You gotta use the software somehow, because if you don't have it plugged into the computer, it doesn't get recognized, right? So I'm like, I ended up hooking it up to the computer, and I launched the software, and it recognizes it as it always does, the control panel for the Focusrite. And it says synced, which that's what the ADAT does. A little green light goes on, says sync. I was like, okay, it's synced. Still nothing, no signal through the AudioFuse. So at this point, I'm frustrated. I spent about 3 hours doing this. Go to bed, wake up the next day yesterday, had to be in work late. So I said, you know what, I'll just go in the studio and tinker around with. This time, I turned off the, hey, how about getting off my ass, fuckhead, huh? Jesus. Sorry. Anyway, so I go in and I set up the expander. I say, fuck it. Let's try the expander. Pretty simple. No software required. Plug the expander in, which everybody says you can use. Use the two ADATs in and out. Connect that to the audio fuse. Sync light goes on. Cool, I'm in, right? Nothing. No signal, nothing. So it's got to be a routing issue or something, or I'm not connecting the buttons right or pressing something, or you know how it goes. It's all technical bullshit, right? Give me the old days with a big giant mixing board and a fucking 2-inch reel-to-reel tape with 16 channels and tracks, and boom bang zing bang bang boom bang ding dang do, you're recording and you're making sound, right? None of this fucking in out fucking light pipe bullshit, okay? I'm pissed. So now, and I'm not stupid, you know, I'm not an idiot when it comes to this shit. I've owned several recording studios. I've worked in recording studios. I'm not a fucking idiot when it comes to this stuff. You know, it's professional. This is professional shit, right? This isn't like a little 2-track, you know, Focusrite or a little, you know, Alesis or M-Audio interface, you know, and I'm not knocking it, but it's not a home studio thing. This is a fucking professional setup. So, you know, I'm sitting there pulling the hair out of my head and I still don't have a solution. My studio's a mess. There's shit everywhere. My wife said it looks like a hoarder room right now because there's boxes and cables and the desk is pulled out from the wall, and you know, I'm aggravated, man. You know? Hi everybody in the chat. How's it going? I can't see your names because my glasses are dark and I can only see while I'm driving. I'm driving to the coal mine today. I'm going in late again. Didn't even bother going in the studio earlier. I was just, you know, when you get to the point where you hit a brick wall and you're just done. Like, I have to focus. Like, I have to have, and I'm not going to be able to have a whole day off. I might have a whole day off tomorrow. Just, you know, maybe not. I got some things I got to do with the wife, and, you know, it's Sunday, and then Monday I go back to work again, and Tuesday I go back to work again. So I'm not going to have any free time until Wednesday and partially Thursday. Yeah. So it's just very frustrating. It's very aggravating. And I know once, if I can get this set up, man, it's going to be great, you know? There's another way. I saw a video of a guy talking about doing an aggregated setup using your software through the DAW. I might do that. I might try that. That looked pretty cool when he did it. I haven't tried that yet. I figured I'd try the hardware approach first. But, you know, last night I ended up coming home. Something happened at work and we had to leave the store and we had to evacuate the store. And so I went home and I was done. You know, I came home. I didn't even eat dinner. I sat in front of the TV with the wife and watched TV, and then she went to bed, and then I hung out with my buddies Hans and the Machines one wasn't there. He passed out, and Mr. Synth Samurai, and we chit-chatted on the phone for a little while and laughed and talked about stuff, and Hans hooked up the ARP 2600M by Korg and some sounds, and that was pretty cool. It was fun. Got to listen to that thing, and I just chilled, man. You know, and then went to bed. You know, again, I didn't get up early. Well, I did get up early this morning, but I didn't go in the studio to do anything. I've had it, and I need time. It seems like the older you get, the less time you have left on this fucking planet. Or as Samurai likes to call it, a flat surface cement slab, because that's what he thinks it is, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, so anyway, just frustrated. You know, I don't know if anybody's got any advice, if anybody's ever worked with ADAT. I don't even think it's the ADAT hookup. I think it's the software. I'm not routing something right. And I think that's what the case is. I think that's what's going on. And believe me, I've done my homework. I've looked for videos. I went onto Reddit. I dug deep, man. You know, that's how I found the aggregated video. I don't know if you guys ever heard of aggregated stuff. You basically, like I said, you set it up through the software. I'm going to give that a shot and see what happens. But I just, you know, it's just frustrating as hell, you know, and I spent a lot of money on the thing, and if I have to send it back and set up my old setup, I will. You know, it's like, you know, the old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's an old saying. And, you know, here I am thinking I'm going to do better, and I'm going to get things, all my good, you know, my expensive synthesizers are all going to be hooked up, and, you know, all in stereo, and then I'm going to take all my mono stuff, and I'm going to route it through the interface and the expander so I can get rid of some of the little mixers that I use, and everything's going to sound clean, and there's going to be no low hum, and there's going to be no ground floor hum, and blah, 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 fucking blah. And this is what ends up happening. Anyway, yeah, I'm almost at the coal mine. I'm all out of steam now because I just ranted, and I'm just, I don't know, man. Part of me wants to just throw it back in the box and send it back, and the other part of me, because I like a challenge, the other part of me says, no, keep at it, work at it. It'll pay off in the long run, but we'll see what happens. So, nice to see all you guys in the chat. I can't really see everybody right now, but thanks for joining in. You guys rule. And I'll try to read the comments and respond later. But I wish I could respond now, but I'm driving. But anyway, thanks for tuning in, fellas. You know, like I always say, stay frosty, stay creative. God bless. Have a great day.